John, here's a great question to kick off Dumb Debates with, and it's not even a Dumb Debates question, but it's a text that we just received from one of our listeners from the 402.
From the 402.
Now, scrolling through some of the old texts, this person doesn't seem like a happy Oh, this explains it. Go Birds. That explains why this person is miserable.
Is this your wife?
Now that I'm even happier about this goober
Is this your
texting.
wife, Josh?
No, it's not my wife. This person said, just getting caught up on the show, listening to the Eckler segments. My God, is Josh the most miserable person ever? Get a grip. Don't know what I said in there that would come across as miserable. Also, John is way more miserable than I am.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you are.
What are you talking about?
We
My team's in the playoffs.
That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about just your view on life in general.
Yeah.
Remember, we had this
view on
discussion
life,
the other day.
It's very realistic.
Something
it's
good happens, and you're like,
normal.
oh, but the bad thing could have happened.
Josh
No,
is
that's not
nihilistic,
true.
But you're miserable.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not
This
miserable
person
at all.
seems to just hate absolutely everything. So thank you for listening to our show as much as
thanks.
you do. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it.
Let's see. Well, we're in the middle of playoffs.
Yeah.
Jeff writes, who has the best playoff format, and would you adapt same format to other sports? So first we have to establish who do we
has the
think
best
has
format?
the best playoff format.
NASCAR.
No, they just got rid of it, Nick.
Man, if you asked me this question 5 years ago, John, it's the NFL with a bullet, and it's not even close. There was no second for me. It was the perfect format, the perfect amount of teams, the perfect amount of games, the perfect amount of everything. Obviously, I still like the NFL playoffs. I still love the NFL playoffs. I don't like that we have as many teams in as we do now, but it's still a great playoff format. Hockey's has gotten really weird. Baseball's expanded too much. The playing games in the NBA are stupid. College football playoff, I love the number. The format of it is a little squirrely at times, though that might actually be my answer. March Madness could be a little bit better by removing the first four, get those out of there, and I think that could be darn near perfect as well. College baseball, maybe college baseball is the answer. Maybe college baseball is the answer. I really do like the NFL playoffs.
The problem with the second half of the question, it's hard to apply, a playoff that is built for a league, we'll call it, of 350 some odd teams like March Madness is versus a league like baseball or the NFL, which has 30 or 32 teams. So I don't think you can apply equally everything. I like the fact baseball, you have best ofs. Basketball, you have best ofs. Hockey, you have best ofs.
Yeah, you can't do that in football.
Can't do that in football. So you really can't. But then again, college baseball, well, it's not, I guess. You know what it is? College baseball, you might be onto something because college baseball has a little bit of everything. It's not single elimination, but it's short enough series. And I'll be honest with you, I think the regional format is great. I don't like the idea, and some people have proffered the idea that we should add a weekend to college baseball and have best of threes across the board and do away with the current regional format. I love the regional format. You're bringing, 4 teams to a location.
That's pretty cool.
It's double elimination.
Sometimes you can't play songs.
Yeah, not that part. I think college baseball has a great postseason, and I hope it doesn't change. And I think what they've done with the College World Series, it crowns what I think is
the crown,
a fair enough champion. Given that playoffs aren't really designed to determine who the best team is, it's just whoever happened to win the tournament. I think my answer is still the NFL, even though they did expand recently. I like the idea that you have one team from each conference that gets a week off. Everyone else is playing. I like the fact that the seeding is fluid. So you're not just, so like, for example, in March Madness, a 16 seed wins, upsets a 1, they could play the 8 seed. Whereas in the NFL, it's always whoever is the lowest seed remaining goes to, so it's a fluid bracket, right? It's not like it when the Rams won, they were automatically slated to go to Chicago. No, they could have gone to Philadelphia had the Eagles won because it was all set up so that the top seed plays the lowest seed remaining.
I love
like
that about the format.
I like that part of it. I just think there's way too damn many teams now in baseball. There's always been too many teams in basketball. There's always been too many teams in hockey.
Plus, hockey has the weird division thing now.
That is so ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all.
So I'm inclined
Oh,
to
here we go. What race car garbage are you going to bring up?
all sports should have a full point season. No, I think that I like the idea of a series playoff. I know you can't do it in football because people would die. But I like that feels like it's a good way to determine.
It is the best way to determine the best team.
Yes.
In terms of crowning a champion, the NBA, in my opinion, is actually the best way to determine who is the best team over the course of a large sample size. Do we need those large sample sizes all the time? No. Do you like upsets? If you do, then the NBA playoffs, among other reasons, might not be for you. But very rarely has the playoffs finished and you didn't go away saying, that was the best team in the sport. It happens almost every year, which maybe some people don't like because it's predictable. On the other hand, others maybe like because it is a better representation of the true champion of the sport. Now, it's not as good as soccer.
Maybe tells you got too many damn teams and just get rid of the riffraff so we can just skip ahead to the better games.
I do think baseball and basketball, I think there's too many. I do think they can pare it down, but I do like that format.
Baseball used to be great.
What was the format that you would want them?
When it was two divisions in each league, you had the best of 7 championship series and the best of 7 World Series. It made winning the division everything. You won a division, you were in. And there were 4 teams, 2 in each league. That was the best, especially after a 162-game season. I would still go for that today.
Peter writes in, you have a friend coming to town and said they want a really good burger for dinner. Where are you taking them?
McDonald's.
Dinkers.
Oh, that's a good one, Nick.
I think Dinkers, I don't know.
I still haven't had Dinkers.
I don't know what they do, but they have the best tomatoes in the entire city.
I need to try this.
A tomato on a burger, it is like red and juicy and perfect. It is always the perfect tomato for a burger. Dinkers. And I mean, the burger's good too. It's great.
I would take someone to Night Owl. It's very close by, so it wouldn't be hard for me to get there from work. They have delicious fries, hand-cut fries. They have delicious tater tots as well. They have delicious dipping sauces, good cocktails.
Well, what if someone's an adult and doesn't want tater tots?
Well, then they can get fries. Which is what I said, Nick.
Why is tater tots?
Yeah, is this a weird
but French fries aren't?
Yeah, is this a Dan Hoppen take? I remember Dan Hoppen used to say that, and then he started eating tater tots, and he was like, "Whoa, tater tots are good." Yeah, duh.
I'm not saying they're bad. I just associate them with children more. It feels like a child side.
I associate you with being a child.
I mean,
so if the
French fries are like among the I'm using quotes, real foods that kids get to try for the first time. Fries are usually pretty high on the list. Once they can start to chew, it's like, ooh, French fries. I think a French fry, basically all finger food feels like kids' food to a degree.
Michael Severe says Dinkers, ugh. Wow, I love Dinkers. I think Dinkers is awesome.
I think Michael's being a contrarian here.
Sounds like you, Nick.
How about Barrett's? There's the answer. Barrett's.
Oh, Barrett's. That's a solid place. Dave Fight gave a list of football broadcast innovations and would like us to rank them. So here are the 5, John. The pylon cam, score bugs always being on, the first down line, instant replay, but not replay review, and Mike on the goalpost to catch doinks. Of those, so ranking those 1 to 5, what is the best football broadcast innovation? I think number 1, this is so simplistic, but having a score bug is just, it's great.
I hate watching old games, and I need that information. It's the perfect amount of information that the score bug provides.
How much time's left, what the score is, and now they even have how many timeouts are on there. I love a score bug. I love a score bug. I'll go give you my 5, John, and then you can give me your 5, and then Nick, I guess, too. I would go score bugs number 1, first down line number 2, instant replay number 3, pylon cam number 4, goalpost mic number 5. I do feel like I've just put instant replay way too low, but I think the first down line, I remember when that came into existence, that thing rocks. absolutely was a game changer.
I'm going to go replay first because it's the OG. I mean, imagine watching sports now without replay. How many times do you go, man, I need to see that again?
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. We got the ability to now with, DVR capabilities, you can rewind stuff, but with instant replay, especially the way it's done now, you have ISO cams, you have super slow-mo, they bring you different angles. Instant replay has to be number one.
Okay.
Because everyone depends on it. Not that score bugs aren't important. I can remember as an 8-year-old going, why don't they always show the clock on the screen?
Mm-hmm. It's so weird.
Because I always appreciated the fact that in the 2-minute drill, they usually kept the clock on the screen. I always wondered why it wasn't there. So I put score bugs 2. Last for me is the first down line.
Wow, you don't like the first down line?
It's not that I don't like it, but I don't need it because I can see the chains. I can see the sticks. I can see the marker on the sideline.
Until they get rid of them. Make it all
What do you mean
digital.
until they? What I'm saying is, and I'm not saying the first down line bothers me, but in terms of if we're going to rank these, again, you can see where the chains are and the orange marker that they put on the field. There's your first down. So I'll tell you, one I'd get rid of is the stupid kicker line. I don't need to see the damn kicker line. Here's the range, because then it clutters up the screen. Okay, basically, if you get inside anymore in the NFL, if you get to the 40-yard line, your kicker's in range, because every kicker can kick, bombs.
Except for the Raiders.
So I don't need to see that. It's too much information. Get that crap out of here.
Nice.
Then I like pylon cam, especially for, again, the reason for the first down. They put the pylon, and I'm talking about the pylon cam that follows the chains down the field.
Oh, I figured it was both, either
it's
or.
both. It's either or, but I like that. Mike in the goalpost, that's more funny, haha.
Yeah.
Because it is funny to hear that, especially when it's not your team that's just kicked one off the post. But we also had the parabolic mic, and if they replaced it just right, you could catch some of that. So that would be 4. So replay, score bug, pylon, Mike in the goalpost, first down line.
That's wild that you put Mike in the goalpost ahead of the first down line.
That's interesting.
Again, I don't really need it. I don't hate it, but I don't need it because I can see the marker on the sideline.
Josh, mine is basically the same as yours, except in Happer, close your ears if you're listening.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to substitute the goalpost mics because I don't really care about that. And somebody in the comments talked about the Jordan, the telestrator.
Yeah.
That feels too important to not include in this. I'd put that 5th, but it still feels like it should be in the top 5.
Well, I mean, there's probably a few others that Dave could have included on there if you think about it, the different broadcast innovations. But believe it or not, I almost don't feel like I don't need the telestrator as much anymore. I think that was better in the old days. I'm with you. It was, especially when Madden was doing it because Madden made it fun. Now thanks to John Madden, we've gotten smarter in how we watch football. So now when Collinsworth or another analyst is saying, hey, now watch the left tackle here, and I'm not saying the telestrator doesn't have a function.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as much impact for me anymore as it used to when John Madden first started doing it.
That's fair.
That's fair. And I can see that for you guys who are very much of football, but there are casual people.
That's fair, yeah.
Football.
Teaching young Nick.
I like to watch it. Other people, I'm sure, especially for the Super Bowl. Arguably the biggest casual audience the NFL.
Yeah, Fight says, I definitely do not need the coach's clicker. Yeah, the annoying one is like where it just keeps rewinding over and over. It's like, hey, let's watch this play. And it's like 1 second rewind, 1 second rewind, 1 second rewind, 1 second rewind. And then you finally see the play. What do you think about the Sky Cam? G-Fred brings up the Sky Cam.
Sky Cam can be good, but again, why aren't they just replacing it with drones? That way we're not hitting the damn wire.
Have you guys ever messed with the other viewing option on Amazon when you watch Thursday Night Football?
I never had, but then my brother Luke and his wife Abby were in town for Christmas, and that's what he turned on at my parents' house. And I was like, this is weird. He was like, yeah, we do it for games we don't care about.
I like it.
Which option are you talking about? The all 22 with the tracker?
It's the option that makes it look like you're
A
playing
video
Madden.
game. It's behind.
Like Madden.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, I'm kind of like your brother. I did turn it on once for a game, but I couldn't watch the whole game.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it on for a Dolphins game, but I would put it on for a game I wouldn't care about. Exactly.
Joyo or Joyo. Yeah, Joyo. Thank you.
Yo.
Dumb debate. Only one topping on your salad for the rest of your life: bacon bits or croutons.
Croutons.
Yeah, I think so too. I like the crunch.
I also yes.
I love the idea of bacon bits, but now if you said like real bacon that is cut up into small slices, then I think we're having a different discussion. Bacon bits are fine. Croutons are very vital to my salad enjoying experience.
And I wouldn't consider real bacon to be that's more like, like ham in a chef's salad. That's actual meat. Bacon bits are just pretend crunchy bits of things that are supposed to taste like bacon.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a croutons guy.
I love croutons.
Or croutons.
Crout boys.
I call them croutes. Like croutes and mitts. That's what I call them.
Oh, so you're dreaming that you're eating people.
No,
you're
John.
You're eating high school boys.
No, okay. So, Nick, edit this out of the YouTube video. Thank you.
What are you talking about?
Day
You
after work.
just compared him to recruits.
Didn't
What
say
are
that I
recruits? They're
dream-
high school boys and
I
high
didn't-
school girls.
I didn't say that I dream of eating people, you freak.
You said you call them mitts
I
and
call them
croutes.
croutes.
What's the next dumb debate?
Fight says, are bacon bits just bacon flavored mini croutons?
I think the little red crunchy things are, but actual real bacon bits, because that's the one I usually prefer. That's just bacon. That's just dry bacon.
Bougie Nick again. Not only can he not watch games unless he's sitting in the suite, but I only go to the restaurants that serve real bacon, not bacon bits. Do they still make is it still Bacos? Is that what they call them? The Baco bits?
I'm sure those exist.
Those are the ones you buy in the store. This was a question that was actually asked of Connor a few weeks ago, but it was then tagged. Where does the planet end?
Whoa. Where does the planet end?
Which you could also then ask, where does the planet begin?
I think the planet ends once you get outside of the whatever it's called. Once you start getting into the space and you're floating. I think then you're outside of the planet. Remember the guy who went up into space and then jumped onto the Earth?
Yeah, the Red Bull.
Yeah, remember that thing? He was still on Earth. He was just really, really high up on Earth. But
he wasn't on Earth. He was above Earth.
He was above Earth. Thus, he was on Earth.
I like to think that when you are in an airplane or in any other flying vehicle, that you're not on Earth.
Wow. So if you're in an airplane, you're
on
not,
the planet.
you're not on Earth anymore?
You're not on the planet.
Yeah, you are.
You're not on the planet. The planet is the planet. The planet is the ground.
John, so we're sitting on the second
Earth
floor
is the
of
ground. The
NRG
planet is
Media.
the
Are we
planet.
not on Earth right now?
So we're on Earth
John,
right now. We're on the ground, aren't
What
we?
about
I'm not.
what
I'm
about-
above. I'm above ground.
but the building is anchored to said ground. So U.S. are on Earth.
by John's logic, though, a gas giant isn't a planet
Whoa. Sean, you're an idiot.
because it's gas.
A gas giant
Yes.
isn't a gas
It's
giant.
Cloud City.
Sounds like a problem a 70-year-old has.
Cloud City from Star Wars. Sorry, you're not a planet.
Whoa, tough.
Sorry, Grandma and
No
Grandpa
ground.
can't make Thanksgiving dinner. Grandpa's got a gas giant.
That's a tough look for Grandma and Grandpa, Nick. Yeah, he's right. When gravity stops pulling you down. Yeah, exactly. That's why
That's
I think.
hard, though, because orbit is gravity. Like, you're in gravity wells everywhere. We're in the sun's gravity right now. We're being pulled by the sun. Space is all gravity. If you want to not be affected by gravity, you have to get like out where Voyager is. Deep space. It's all gravity.
Yeah.
Like when they go to the moon, they're essentially just doing elliptical orbits until they get to the moon and like, hey, we're at the moon. We used the Earth's gravity and then the moon's gravity.
Here's a question from Tay.
Okay.
Or Tay Snake.
That's Tay.
If you raise a child and they fall in love with a losing franchise, this is a question that your father probably should have pondered back in the day. If you raise a child and they fall in love with a losing franchise, do you support or sway them to a winning team? My coworker's 9-year-old son is understanding the intricacies of being a Pirates fan, and it's very sad.
Oh, man, that's brutal.
I don't think you should sway your. I mean, what
if you sway him and then in 10 years that team's a dynasty? Like, you'd feel like a real schmuck. You never know what's going to happen. You know,
Well, it's not even about if the franchise or the team ever becomes good. I prefer it when people come to their favorite teams in an organic way, where it's not just something where you're sitting there and I don't know, maybe you're a young virgin producer on an AM radio station who just decides randomly one day, I'm just going to pick a team, versus it just kind of happening to you like it did with me with the Cubs. It just kind of happened, where they were the option that was on.
The Rockies did happen to me. I didn't want to like them, but I watched them play.
John's talking about the Dolphins, though. That was very contrived.
That was a poll.
Very contrived.
That was picked for me. Again, it came to me. It was picked for me.
You were almost a Bengals fan.
Fate wanted me to be,
which would have been really cool, but also now really depressing.
Yeah.
My point being that, if the kid comes to it, you should not dissuade them unless they become a Cowboys fan. Then you definitely need to dissuade them. We don't endorse child abuse on this show.
We don't?
Jordan says John's been trying to sway Josh from the Cowboys for years. I've tried to convince him that's the wrong way to go, but he keeps torturing himself.
Can't stop myself now.
It's too late now. Plus, he has too much of the gear, and he'd have to burn all of his clothes.
Yeah, I feel bad. My parents got me stuff for Christmas. Like, that'd be really mean. Like, sorry, Dad, I don't like this team anymore. Whopper brings up, by the way, so by John's definition, if you jump, you momentarily leave the planet.
Yes.
John, You're an idiot.
I'm off of Earth.
Well, you are. You're not touching it.
Wow.
Again, I like to think that way because, like tomorrow when we go to Providence, I want to feel like I'm an astronaut.
I'm
sure there's a more technical question. I'm sure the scientists are probably losing their minds right now.
Probably,
yeah.
All right, there's dumb debate. See, that's why we call it dumb debates.
Uh-huh.